Harrison Barnes, you're listening to 3-Point Conversion.
LeBron, you guys have still only been through so many games together because half your roster was kind of added this team in January and February. As you go through these challenges, like dropping a game by a wide margin and then respond to it with a big win, how do you see that growth playing out in your locker room?
Well, every day is a learning experience for our club. Like you said, we're relatively new to each other, so every time we get an opportunity to come together, either through a practice or a bus ride or a plane, a trip, or a game, it's another opportunity for us to continue to learn each other, continue to get better, and continue to build our chemistry. And today was another example of that.
LeBron, by not shooting in the first quarter, was this another case of you just let the game come to you and let it build along the way?
Well, obviously, you see the way D'Lo started the game. I think he had our first 11, and then AD chipped in, I believe, 7 in that quarter. So it allowed me to, kind of focus on the glass. Also had a few assists in that first quarter. It wasn't how the game was playing, but that's just how the game was going. And for me, I'm never a force guy. I've always been a guy, let the game come to me and make my imprint when needed.
LeBron, were you surprised at how you dominated this team, this particular game at home?
I don't want to say we dominated them. I think we played the game the right way. And one thing we were not very good at in game two, we weren't very forceful at the rim. We allowed their pressure to get us on our heels in game two, and we're very good when we're getting the paint. That's just who we are. We do have the ability to shoot the outside shot, but we're a paint team first, and then we spray out for threes or for the perimeter. And I think tonight we just played more Laker basketball and try to control it that way.
Law.
Ron, to your right, you got to the line and you hadn't scored yet, and y'all were down 7. And at that point, after you made your first couple free throws, the game switched. Like, that was the middle of a 22-point turnaround. How did get into the line tonight and really get into the line all season? How does that spur success for the Lakers right now?
Well, I think for our ball club, or for any, if you talk about guys in the league that have the ability to score and score in bulk, the best thing for them to do is see the ball just to go through the rim. And they call free throws for a reason, so you want to try to go up there and make them. They're free, and for me, I saw those two go down, and I believe I'll follow that up with a transition spin move on Draymond with a floater over the top. And then we was able to get a stop. I was able to hit a three across from their bench, and then we just started going. And we went from, like you said, down 7, I believe, at one point to having an 11-point, 11-point lead at halftime. So just try to feed off the fans, feed off our ability to defend, and just put the pressure on them.
Vince.
LeBron, D'Lo was in here a couple of minutes ago, and he said that when the trade was made, all the trades that happened at the deadline, he thought there was potential, but he thought it would take a little longer period of time, especially with the injuries. Are you surprised that it has gelled so quick? I think you guys haven't lost a home game since late March.
Well, obviously, like you said, we had a lot of injuries, and myself, I was out for a few weeks. When we was able to make the trade, I think we played when D'Lo and them guys got here, I think I played 3 games with them. We had some success, but then I went out with an injury in Dallas, and was on the shelf for 4 weeks. But one thing I noticed that how the team just clicked in my absence. So I knew right away once I came back I could fit in and we can play some good basketball. I knew that. I knew guys were playing for one another. Guys were playing hard. We were sharing the ball, and we was playing the way that we envisioned the Lakers to play. And it's resulted in us being in the second round of the playoffs up until this point.
Crystal, to your right.
LeBron, congrats on the win. You spoke about the hot start from D'Lo and AD. Only one ball in this game. But how did you feel like your defense affected things, especially early on when things were a little tighter?
Well, I said after game 2 that no matter what goes on, we hang our hat on our defense. We're one of the best defensive teams in the league, if not the best. And in order for us to reach our potential, we have to defend at a high level. And there's not one team in this league that tests you on that side more than Golden State. So It keeps us on alert, throughout 48 minutes. Every possession, 24 seconds on the shot clock, they will make you work throughout that whole possession. So, you have to be alert and to test our defense every single possession going against a team that with so much firepower.
Thank you.
LeBron, obviously, job's not finished, but to keep having significant basketball moments with this city, what does that mean to you right now?
Just try to make memorable moments, that's all. And the postseason is the best time in our league. You have an opportunity to play in the playoffs, something that you never forget about and something that you never take for granted. So, the moments we get to play in front of our fans, we cherish those for the rest of our lives, that's for sure.
Chris?
Bron, this series is every other day. You're playing a game. Narratives get changed and shifted each game. I know you're used to this. How has your team, have you been able to evaluate your team and how they handle, things that are being said outside from day to day?
Well, I think just for the young guys that hasn't been a part of the postseason or haven't, not much experience in the postseason, just stay off the TV and stay off social media. You win a game, everybody's the greatest player in the world. You lose a game, they throwing dirt on you. It's literally that simple. It's all about, training your mind for, the next challenge. What's the next challenge? This game is over with. We played well. Okay, cool. But we got another one on Monday, So, if you got a show to watch, or if it's one of your favorite movies, or if you like listening to music, or if you're reading books, or whatever the case may be, or playing cards with the family, whatever, but you stay off social media. And when you watch the other playoff games, watch it on mute, play some music in the background. That's what I do.
Last three. Melissa?
Hey, Bron, above all else, you're a father. What were the emotions today around seeing Ronnie commit to USC?
First of all, congratulations to my son on his next journey and picking a great university in USC. I'm proud of him. This is an incredible thing. I think I told Mike after the game, unless it was like one of my, great grandmothers or great grandfathers or someone that was way before my time. To my knowledge, this is the first one out of the James gang to go to college. Obviously, his dad didn't go to school. His mom didn't go to college. I think my mom stepped on campus for a little bit, maybe a community college or something, but she had my little ass running around, so she couldn't spend much time in the classroom. 19 years old, she couldn't do that. I was 3. So it's very, 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 very exciting, very humbling, and great moment for our family. It's just super cool. He's a great kid. USC is getting a great kid. Obviously, he's there to play basketball, but they're going to be a super surprised how great of a kid he is, even though they've been recruiting him for quite a while. So it's
like, well, he'd have to play until he's 40, 41 to do that. When you first said it, did you think that was realistic? Did you think like, wow, this is how long it's going to be, and now to see him commit to college, is it coming into focus like this actually might happen?
No, I was serious, and I'm still serious about it. Obviously, I got to continue to keep my body and my mind fresh. I think my mind, most importantly. If my mind go, then my body would just be like, okay, what are we doing? So, but I mean, at the end of the day, either if I am or if I'm not, I've done what I had to do in this league, and my son is going to take his journey, and whatever his journey, however his journey lay out, he's going to do what's best for him. And as his dad, and his mom Savannah, and his brother and sister, we're going to support him in whatever he decides to do. So, just because that's my aspiration and my goal doesn't mean it's his. So, and I'm absolutely okay with that. My job is to support my son and whatever he wants to do. Support my youngest son, Bryce, support my daughter and Zuri, whatever they want to do, and then go from there. So, one thing about being a parent, if any parents out here, it's not about always what you want. It's about listening to your kids and what they want. That's when you get a real relationship with them. So you understand that if you have kids. All right, appreciate it.
Thanks,